Hello, my peeps. It's your boy, Zombie Killer and Ratchet Thing, recording some. Can't remember the name.
Divinity, Origin,
Whatever.
Original Sins 2. I think that's what this is.
Modded. Some mods. Not heavily modded.
We just got class and race.
Heavy mods.
Classes and races.
Wait, not you. Wait.
Well, you didn't tell me.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
There's the title.
Some Dose 2.
Yeah, basically.
2-2.
Are we dancers now? I forget. Do I need my keyboard?
Oh. IKGNL.
Alrighty.
What did they do to me? Let's get our bearings.
I don't know.
Ah, you're there. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
Listening?
Searching. Because I remember there was a valuable thingy that we could have got. What? Okay, listen.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Now. I am going... Do I want to give him the soldier or the noble?
Be the noble, because be a dick.
Oh dear. I'm afraid you're a long way from home, milady. A long way from the little bells that make footmen come a-running.
Aww.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
Could have really done with that bath.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
Well, I had to talk to her too. Well, I can't talk to him. Well, we already know how that ended up. That he and she.
I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Is there
Ugly sight, isn't it?
stuff? There should be ropes. Make sure you. Man.
I was already in there.
Yeah, but there's a rope. You didn't get.
Oh.
Keep an eye out for like a gold cup or something.
Alrighty.
Because there should be. It's worth like 50 gold.
Oh. Do you just want me to continue on with this?
Continue on with what?
The murder thingy?
Oh, yeah. In a minute.
Alrighty.
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source.
That sounds like brainwashing to me.
We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't.
Oh.
You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Uh-oh. Now, what I want to know is, from our playthrough, we had...
That book.
Do what?
Right here.
Sweet.
I'm just gonna run doing my looting first. Ooh, another bucket. Bedroll?
Till overboiling a bit
Yeah, no,
of
these
cabbage
are-
becomes a crime, I shall hold my
Another
head
bucket.
steady.
Do you want a bedroll?
I don't even know what they're used for.
Basically just setting up a little camp.
Oh.
Is that all the looting here?
There's
Uh,
nothing else
oh.
in Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was.
Ooh, 2 gold.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Majesty's more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce. Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
Talk to the Red Prince.
Jill, is that right? I've a few questions for you. The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all,
No.
one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this.
You dick.
Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Oh,
Sure.
to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. A most satisfactory answer indeed. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
Well, I mean, I am a noble,
The
so...
very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. Well, that just about settles it. I offer you my sincerest congratulations.
Oh!
As of now, you are my slave. You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. Rein in your impertinence, will you? I'm a fair man, but I won't spare the rod.
I don't want your rod.
Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now shoo!
Well, fuck you.
I did.
Never thought you'd end up in prison.
Oh, zombie, you noob. Oh, I've just got mine on silent. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Magisters feed.
Yeah, I'm not like you either.
Well,
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet.
actually, I want to go talk. Wait, I'm here.
He reaches out and examines your face, tugging at your ears and prodding your nose.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
I am reading. My book is in my hands.
He grabs a metal plate and watches his reflection with one eye as the other shifts left to right and up to down. He repeats the maneuver with the opposite eye.
Wait,
They are working quite
What?
adequately. It seems you are at fault. Predictable, really.
grabs a metal plate and watches. He can maneuver his eyes separately?
Oh? Oh, I see. I crossed a cultural taboo. How difficult. You have my apologies, fellow elf. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. Perhaps. Perhaps not. Understanding is all rather relative. Take this book, for example. I understand all of it, and yet none of it makes sense. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already. No, I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods. This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Okay, don't talk to this guy, he's an asshole. Like, do we have to talk to
Got this
everybody?
wolf on a leash now.
Or do we just like...
As soon as the
Well,
Inquisitor gets
if
here.
A
I can
scruffy man
remember,
lounges against
this
the
guy
wall
gave
with
me a
scarred
gold.
arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. Ifan seems amused at the gesture, but he bats your arm down from the salute when the Magister sees what you're doing.
You served?
Okay, you're playing over here. Should be getting no notifications and new messages.
Me too.
Hey! I want to get this guy. Because we both served the same person.
A long, long time ago now. Long before Source became a reason to leash us like dogs.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly
Well,
on your neck.
if you're going
He
to tank,
winks.
then what is he going to do?
Pinches less that way, right?
Don't know. Haven't seen him. You haven't found him yet.
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
That one bitch is the healer. Or healer. He's an assassin. AKA DPS. We saw how much damage she was doing. With just like 2 abilities, she'd do like 40 some damage.
Why does Ifan suspect?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Pointed, eh? Ow.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Alrighty.
We just skipped to the part where I reassure you and
you.
shut up. You think me mad? Name? Well, you aren't here on my list.
Scram, eh? We're trying to catch a killer here.
Your initiative is 9.
I'll tell you if you can keep it
Mine's
quiet
11.
long enough for me to listen.
Eh.
I have 30 HP and you have 36.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams has just about done with the last passenger. You
Wait, wait,
faring
anything
okay
new?
so far?
What? No.
The guy you were trying to talk to.
No. He said that I was not on the list, and so scram.
Ask him if he actually cares.
Of course I do. Seems Voidwalk can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it?
Excuse me?
Hmm?
Are they using dog as a verb?
You'll see. We're gonna help you. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
So that's all we had to really do was come talk to Ryan.
Yeah.
Standing
Oh.
at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
Remember, you only have so much inventory
We
space.
have a shitload of inventory space. It's just the weight that's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, there's... Yeah, the stuff's gotta go to you. You want it to be arranged for a quick bit. I can't remember where that one thing was. There was a cup that was pretty valuable. Like, okay. Cool.
Jesus.
What?
Wendigo. Level 5, 156 health, 41 armor, 147 magic resist.
Bitch.
I think we found who did it.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Wait, well...
Yes, I
Okay.
did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad.
don't
You
have to
there,
worry about
sorcerer,
it.
go and fetch Magister Siwan.
You have
We
to
need to do
fucking-
more than collar this maniac.
Yep.
We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Mm. It's hard to stop being soldiery.
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
Yes, quickly, do it. Do it.
Which one?
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Oh.
What's happening? No time for chatter. We've got to get out of here.
Shit.
the source point, or steal the source point from a living character. No point in learning that. They gave you weapons? Ooh. Miss. Here, I'll give you this spade.
Yay! Now I've got a one-handed weapon and a two-handed weapon.
I just can't remember where that gold cup was. Oh, this door is gonna take a while to open.
I wonder if I can seduce the door.
Hey, baby. You wanna open for me? Oh, let's break it down. There's a restoration scroll in there.
Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, you can see green eyes fluttering as if in a nightmare. A low whine escapes his lips.
I'm talking to Ifan. I'll be with you momentarily.
His eyes flicker open, but he doesn't register your presence at all.
Lucien. Lucien.
Ifan cries out, then his eyes fall closed again. No matter how...
Okay.
What happened? Must have been the turnips. You dare strike a royal? Ooh.
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness. You shake the lizard by the shoulders, but you're
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
Got it down 200 HD. Talking to them while they're down doesn't really do anything.
Her hand lies limp in yours.
The dice roll darkly. They're rolling for me.
Alright. What are you? Oh. I thought he would have a key. This door just had to have gone on a leveling spree. Oh. Oh, okay. Ooh! Mashed taters. Oh. We can always come back down here, I believe.
Gods damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick.
Do what? Oh.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Right. Okay. Hero.
The dog notices you for the first time and snarls, the hairs on its back prickling as it lowers itself into a lunge.
Sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much. Too much. Please, make it stop.
Sorcerer!
The dog whines and continues pawing at its nose.
What? Woo! I just found 114 gold. So, how long were we going to be recording for? How many? 40?
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull!
Was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You don't recognize the symbol, but it's clearly warning you away. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey.
Do what?
The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb. It doesn't budge.
Wait, no, don't want to go upstairs yet. No letter.
Something's breaking through. What in the hell are those things?
found a resurrection scroll.
Get on!
No.
Just leave me be.
Bishop Alexander. If Lucian were alive, what would he think of his son's divine order?
I'm laying down in the bed.
And you thought Rivellon was flat.
I'm reading. Well, it's about that time. How long is your outro?
All I do is literally just say, bye.
Oh, alright.
You go like, oh, that's it. That's the video.
Oh, hey! The door's open.
Because I used to keep.
Well, I mean, you might, you don't know. It sucks that I can't take this dude's sword. You created a tree.
Got 4 official, 5 natural minor, and then it's got no, it's not that thing. It's got 12.
Although he doesn't do all that much damage. You're trying to tell me the dude didn't have anything on him when he died? Okay, so I'm not too sure what happened. How do I fix the thingy? The like I'm completely top down.
My screen went normal.
No, like my screen, like my camera. I'm looking at the top of my head.
Push L.
Oh.
A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go...
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
There's no Connor. No Connor to...
If you could walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a wait! Voidwalken!
Help. Oh no, Sybil.
I thought Voidwalken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Oh.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph sleep.
About time.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch. I'll yield to none.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
They smell even worse dead than alive. Let's head above decks for some air.
Oh.
It's ripping the ship apart!
Oh. Did you get to the boat? Can you see inside? Right outside.
can get on the boat. Other than
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Tentacles just destroyed the inside of that ship.
Did you see what happened to the outside?
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oliver.
I don't have a skill saying, oh, I didn't really look in the hotbar. My hotbar is literally full of shit because they got a lot of food and stuff.
Well,
technically, most of that food has to go to you because you ain't going to leave the HP regen.
it is 47 minutes in.
I know, so that's probably loading. Well, I guess we just cancel it. Cancel. Do a thing at outro. That's the video, dudes and peeps and chicks and people.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, boy.